Gentlemen, it is time.
Yeah, but whose time is it, Wade?
Well, we're about to find out, because this is one of the most highly anticipated matches that I can remember in the history of WWE.
This is one of those matches, guys, where you're just proud to be here to watch it. You know, CM Punk, when you see him in the locker room, he's always that guy that likes to joke around. He's always loose. He's always ready to go. But today, there was a different feeling around CM Punk. The intensity was there. CM Punk was completely focused throughout the entire day because he realizes he's headed into a fight. A no disqualification fight tonight against Lesnar, a man who outweighs him by 50 pounds.
CM Punk almost defeated the undefeatable, the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. But this could be the biggest fight of CM Punk's life.
And let's not forget the list of injuries Brock Lesnar has given to CM Punk over the last month. He put 4 stitches into the chin of CM Punk. He caused rib injuries, a knee injury, an ankle injury as well. Brock Lesnar just feeding on Punk in recent weeks. It's the best versus the beast. CM Punk taking on Brock Lesnar. This is a matchup fueled by passion, ego, jealousy, and betrayal.
It all started with Paul Heyman's backstabbing betrayal of Punk to align himself with Brock Lesnar. Now Punk wants vengeance. He wants justice to prove CM Punk is still the best in the world, even without Heyman by his side.
But without him, Heyman says Punk is nothing, that he leveled up by moving on to Brock Lesnar. Heyman and Lesnar are on to bigger and better things after putting this CM Punk business to rest here at SummerSlam. Paul Heyman said recently that Brock Lesnar is currently in the best fighting shape of his life. And guys, that's a very frightening fight.
Risking it all
the way down to the floor.
When we say high risk, this is the risk we are talking about.
And that could be the moment that changes the whole complexion of this match.
Turn into a dragon screw. Oh, sent straight into those steel steps. The force and malice behind that were just on another level.
Headlock applied. Oh, God! Right into the steps. You heard the thud on the steps. I guarantee that was the sound of bones shattering.
I truly believe that if CM Punk wants to stand a chance tonight, he needs to remove all focus. From Paul Heyman and concentrate squarely on Brock Lesnar.
That's easier said than done, Wade. Punk had Paul Heyman out of his focus at Money in the Bank. He told Heyman he wanted to go it alone. And that night ended with Heyman pushing the ladder over right as Punk was about to grab the briefcase.
Some might see that as a weapon, but a manager's just making sure the area is safe for his client.
Steel stairs to the face.
Something CM Punk must do tonight is bring the ferocity. Brock Lesnar is a vicious, unfeeling competitor. Punk has to be the same.
Well, the emotions involved in this match will help with that. You can tell this is a more intense CM Punk. Punk is more focused and vindictive than we've seen before.
That'll leave a diamond-plated mark anywhere on your body. During his famous pipe bomb speech, CM Punk famously declared himself a Paul Heyman guy. Then he made that a reality the next year when the two men joined forces. But the whole time, he has not been the Paul Heyman guy. That accolade has belonged to Brock Lesnar. who has been allied with Paul Heyman since he returned to WWE a year ago.
Indeed, we have seen Heyman diversifying his interests. He's introduced more clients lately, even bringing them to championship glory. And I know he has an eye on a few other talents in the locker room too. But until one of them can
Blast off! Good Lord! Taking flight from ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Corey, I know earlier tonight you said a no DQ environment. Shoulder into the midsection and a pin going for the 3 count.
Stops the count before a 2.
Not even a 2 count. Still holding strong here.
Big, heavy right hands and elbows. This is ugly.
Fends it off. Good counter.
So hard to defend yourself when you're flat on your back.
Well-placed knees to the hamstring.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Driving a fist to the stomach changes things around.
Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize? To the eyes. Desperate counter. Big time height on that kick.
Gets slammed down.
Ringing the arm. And now getting tied up like a pretzel. Just punches to the gut now. Trying to get some space and manages it. Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
Time to go for a ride.
One of y'all can hear me now.
Bang! What a move. And guys, Punk might have this. He's got victory in his sights with Brock in this condition.
Punk looking dominant now. Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
Oh, walloped by a huge club. Hooked up.
Taken to the floor, and he's got no worries about the count.
Launching. Big height, bigger impact.
And just like that, avoiding surefire disaster.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
At the moment, Brock has no answer for Punk's raw determination.
And now propped up in the corner.
Boom.
Mongolian chop.
Oh, man.
Oh, steel chairs aren't supposed to bend that way.
Oh, strong impact.
Lesnar timed that just right.
Boom, impact.
And able to skirt around that attack.
Oh, look out. It's on now. Boom.
The fight is on, and it's furious.
Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Oh,
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. Spin kick to the midsection.
oh, what a forceful clothesline.
Clothesline. Good Lord, so effective.
This is not where you want to be against Brock Lesnar. Punk has to stop this onslaught, and fast.
Calf kick finds the mark.
And a carefully measured knee drop.
Oh, a boot to the back.
Punk scaling the turnbuckle. Perched up top.
Oh, he lands hard. Oh, my gosh.
He's headed up high.
Taking flight. Oh, flattening the opposition.
Reverse into a kick straight into the face. Looking to wrench the arm now, but popped in the mouth.
Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty. I wasn't sure Punk could keep up with. Take off.
Meteoric impact on that splash.
And the momentum's clearly against Brock now.
Somehow Punk has...
About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
Finds room for a back... elbow. Oh, in my book, that is some creative offense there.
And remember, guys, this is the no disqualification match. Punk looking to put it away with a GTS to Lesnar. Lesnar's down. Cover by Punk. And Heyman now gets involved. Remember, no disqualification.
Well, Heyman's already betrayed Punk once recently. Now he does it again, breaking up a sure victory for CM Punk. And now Punk has lost the plot.
Heyman looks like he's about to soil himself. It's about self-preservation for Heyman.
Self-preservation is easy when you have the Beast incarnate backing you up.
Went for the F5, but what a counter by Punk into a DDT. Cover now for the win over Lesnar and a kick out.
A late kick out, and Paul Heyman can't believe it, but now straight into the Anaconda Vice grip.
Punk squeezing with all of his might, trying to put down the Beast. And Heyman again.
Well, just when it looked like a tap-out was imminent from Brock Lesnar, Heyman involved in proceedings and gets peppered with a shot from CM Punk.
And Punk now finally taking his frustrations out on Heyman with the Anaconda Vice in front of the chair.
Well, Paul Heyman paying dividends right there for Brock Lesnar. The distraction enough to give the Beast the impetus to take control once again with that chair.
Not done yet.
Lesnar won't be done until Punk is completely destroyed.
And it looks like that moment is imminent, Corey.
Punk up on Lesnar's shoulders. Brock Lesnar marching around the ring. Oh, it delivers an F5 out of the chair. And this is just the worst position Punk can be in.
Well, it just goes to show you never turn your back on the Beast incarnate.
Heyman once again proving his value, making an ultimate sacrifice for his client.
With a series of knee strikes.
Quick thinking right there.
Clothesline.
Boom. Connected with the axe handle. Punk avoids the attack on a well-placed calf kick there. Fires back, and Punk now lifting his opponent up, and back GTS connects.
That could be curtains for Brock.
This could be it. Cover.
2. What in the world
just skipped a beat. Was that a wake-up call now for Brock Lesnar? Has it just angered the Beast more?
CM Punk thought that was enough. We thought that was enough, but somehow it didn't earn the 3 count.
The ferocity we have witnessed here tonight. The determination. Punk.
Brock's done. CM Punk overcame the Beast, and Paul Heyman schemes.
The winner of this match, CM Punk.
What a moment for CM Punk, proving the doubters, proving Paul Heyman wrong. On his own, with no one backing him up, CM Punk is still the best in the world.
Not even a beast can stand in his way. Defeating Lesnar, showing up Heyman. This is the ultimate moment of vindication for CM Punk. Enjoy it, Punk.
When I returned to WWE, I knew not everyone was going to be thrilled. Drew McIntyre made it clear to everyone watching that he was one of those people with an axe to grind. I don't know, maybe it's jealousy that I could be gone for over a decade and still have fans talking about me while he was on top. But then at the 2024 Royal Rumble, Drew nearly took it all away when his future shock DDT tore my tricep. So instead of competing at WrestleMania, I had to sit and watch. But I still managed to get involved.
Punk just dropped McIntyre on the table.
And then again at Clash in the Castle.
Oh my God! The balls of CM Punk!
And again at Money in the Bank, ruining Drew's cash-in.
Punk with the title to the face of McIntyre!
Good times. But I was finally cleared to return to action shortly after, and now we could finally settle things in the ring. SummerSlam saw him victorious after some truly atrocious officiating from Seth Rollins, but I'd get my payback at Bash in Berlin when I beat him in a grueling strap match. That put the series at 1-1, with both of us looking to attack the other whenever possible. Now this chaos led to one feasible outcome. It was time for us to go to hell in a cell. Beating Drew at Hell in a Cell was brutal, exhausting, and probably took years off of my life. But getting my arm raised was all worth it. Let's go back to that night. Bad Blood 2024. Get Drew in the cell, and let's show him that you can say whatever you want to about me, but when you bring a man's dog into things, that's a line you do not cross.
Drew McIntyre steps inside hell for the 3rd time in his career. He's yet to win this matchup. Most notably, he lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton in the cell 4 years ago. Tonight, Drew McIntyre hopes to end that losing streak and CM Punk's career. You know, Corey, another interesting statistic. Drew McIntyre made his premium live event debut 15 years and 1 day ago. Ironically, in the Hell in a Cell Premium Live event. Oh, how Drew McIntyre has come so far from that day.
It has been a complete transformation since those days. This is a vengeful Scottish psychopath before us now, and I don't think anyone has given reason for Drew's wrath more than CM Punk.
It was 27 years ago to the day in St. Louis when the Hell in a Cell structure first surrounded the ring. The Undertaker faced Shawn Michaels in an epic battle. Since that night, Hell in a Cell has made history.
It's made history while simultaneously tearing flesh, shattering bodies, ending careers, and altering lives.
You can see by the look in McIntyre's eyes, he has one mission here tonight: to end CM Punk for good.
Corey, CM Punk in his career is 2-2 in Hell in a Cell matches, but this is his first time in the cell in nearly 11 years. Right here in Atlanta, CM Punk actually had a Hell in a Cell match and walked out victorious.
Yeah, but with all the disdain between Punk and McIntyre, I will be surprised to see anybody walking out of this structure in one piece tonight.
And there's really no room to mince words. These men want to end each other's careers. They want to maim each other. They want to send each other to the hospital.
Well, if sending your opponent to the emergency room is the prime objective, I can't. Hate is a word we don't use a lot around WWE because there's a certain amount of respect between most competitors. But there is no other word I can use to describe what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have for each other.
These two have vowed to destroy each other, to end each other's careers here at Hell in a Cell.
The final match in an epic trilogy. I don't know if either of them is going to be able to survive tonight. We've had the opportunity to talk to some of the legends who have been in Hell in a Cell over the years. You ask a guy like The Undertaker, Wade, who's been inside this structure 14 times in his career. Every time he left, he was never the same.
That in and of itself is nothing short of miraculous. I doubt that record will ever be topped.
And how long can you last? How deep can you dig? How long will you be locked in this structure? You ask guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who had the longest ever Hell in a Cell match in over 47 minutes. Will Punk and McIntyre go longer than that tonight? Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
With the amount of absolutely visceral hate, Punk
going for the cover. Gets the shoulder up after one.
There's plenty of fight left in him.
Oh, toss to ringside.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the monsters of the world, he himself must become a monster. He said Drew McIntyre has made him the man his worst critics say he is.
Punk has said this is not the man he wants to be, but Drew McIntyre has taken him to that place. And it's the devil Punk needs to tap into if he wants to walk out of the Hell in a Cell.
Big punch finds its mark.
Oh, an uppercut. Might have lost a tooth. And he turned it around.
great job refocusing to reverse that.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight in the final match in this trilogy between... He just went right through the damn cell wall!
Just a brutal impact and a creative way to escape the cell. Ascending up the cell, but make no mistake, no matter how high you get, you are still very much in hell.
Does he even know what he's doing? Does he know how close he is to flirting with disaster?
He's made it to the top, and you wonder how violently he'll come back down.
This is hell in a cell. Safe money says it's going to be devastating.
Taking out the knee.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense. Hooked up, DDT.
Everyone is off their seats as they continue to battle atop the cell.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker.
What's CM Punk going for here? Uh-oh. McIntyre turns things around.
Stomping right on their face.
What a sight this is. Superstars locked in combat up on top of the cell.
Counters.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights. Go to sleep.
No way Drew's getting up now.
McIntyre vulnerable here.
Oh, driver.
Spiked him. His situation is only getting more dangerous by the second.
Looking to cause as much violence as possible on top of the cell.
Bang! A bit of MMA with that roundhouse.
Oh, that gets reversed on CM Punk. Kick gets caught. Dragon screw. All hell is broken loose on top of the cell. This is only going to get worse before it gets better. One step ahead there. Ooh. Totally helpless at the moment. Running power slam. CM Punk stopped that in its tracks. Uranagi by Punk. He turns it
Into the Anaconda Vice.
a couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Averting danger with an elbow to the stomach.
Uh-oh, sweet dreams coming. The God of Sleep, GTS from Punk.
Is it the finishing touch Punk needs? Counters on counters, technical prowess on display. No!
If this match somehow continues, I don't know how much fight he's going to have left in him.
He's looking to get away from this dangerous position on top of the cell.
Kick to the gut. Oh, brutal forearm.
Boom!
Oh, what an uppercut. Clinging to the side of the cell as he makes his way up.
He's as mad as a hatter climbing the cell. Nothing good ever happens on top of the cell. Oh, come on. I know it's all about making moments, but this might be too much to risk.
And he's on top of the world now.
Ooh, one step ahead there. He's locked up. Pile driver. Good God.
No longer concerned with watching their steps on top of the cell, just fully consumed by the need to fight each other anywhere, anytime.
He's got something in store.
Oh, turned into a backdrop.
McIntyre.
Future shot DDT.
Fighting on top of the cell. Something's got to give.
These superstars simply want to destroy each other. And as we can see, that and a claymore out of nowhere. Will that close Punk out?
Able to capitalize on McIntyre's mistake.
Punk and McIntyre might be setting a whole new standard of brutality in this business.
Fighting like there is no tomorrow because for one of these men, there might not be.
Oh, saw it coming and got an elbow for their trouble. Shining Wizard finds the mark. The top of the cell just cutting into all that flesh.
Oh, he timed that counter well. Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot.
Let's just hope the top of the cell has been reinforced.
A strong head scissors application. And now the elbow's vicious.
And hold on, look at this. Yeah, it looks like that cut him open.
Climbing up those ropes now.
Stalking from above.
From the top, double axe handle connects.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
And finally, baseball becomes a lot more interesting.
Claymore connects.
Drew may have put an end to this. The cover.
And he's still in the game.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
That was supposed to be it, and no one is more shocked right now than McIntyre.
And kicking out at this point, this quickly, definitely sends a pretty serious message.
But right hands create separate.
Opponent lifted.
Uh-oh. Counter right when it was needed. Oh.
We all knew this wasn't going to be a five-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Can't call it a fight. This has been an out-and-out brawl.
Laid out with a power slam.
Whoa, literally battered and bruised right there.
I think this whole place is shaking right now.
They're literally tearing down that house.
Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some. This is beyond personal now. This is about putting the competition out of action.
Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already.
Oh, what an axe handle. It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear. There's no chance you're coming back from another one of those.
Makes a cover. McIntyre has finally broken CM Punk.
That was crazy. Yo. He flashed me. That was crazy. Damn, this match is going to be
Drew
tough.
McIntyre finally finding his vindication at the end of this absolutely...
Let's run it back. Mm-hmm.
This is the final match in what has already been a brutal series between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This is the 53rd match in history being settled inside this 20-foot-high steel structure.
This is the only place it could have ended between these two. Drew has vowed to destroy the man who taught him how to hate. Punk knows in order to destroy the monster, he has to become a monster. McIntyre
there you go, busting up the long way. Let's go.
It all began last November with the return of CM Punk, and that ticked off a lot of superstars, including Drew McIntyre, who believed Punk wanted to kill this business. And CM Punk had no business being back in WWE. The company had buried for a decade. And that has driven us to tonight in the final match in this trilogy between Punk and McIntyre. Ow! And now it's back to the ring for Punk.
And as a couple of Hall of Famers once said, it's time to get the tables.
Oh my, hurling a message to their opponent.
This is not wholly unfamiliar territory, psychologically speaking, for CM Punk. If you look back to Punk's career, once upon a time, he admitted in order to destroy the...
From way up, diving double axe handle. Ooh. Early in this match, and these two have already unleashed some pretty heavy artillery on each other with no signs of relenting.
The amount of absolutely visceral hate Punk and Drew have for each other, I think this match is going to need to be stopped before either of these men give up.
Ooh, so much disdain swinging a table like that.
And now taking the chance to go to the outside, get a little bit of distance.
McIntyre must be getting phased by this attack.
McIntyre tempted the devil inside the Second City Saint, and he's paying for it now.
Corey, you probably know CM Punk better than any of us. You've seen Punk. You've seen the good and the bad side of this man.
Yeah, but even myself, I don't know what Punk is truly capable of. I've never been trapped inside Hell in a Cell with CM Punk. Listen, this may not be the man CM Punk wants to be, but this is who CM Punk has been. Who CM Punk is in his heart. No fear, no hope. Fight tonight like there's no tomorrow, because for Punk, there may not be.
And the same goes for McIntyre.
You're absolutely right.
McIntyre said, Punk, you think you're supernatural, but you are nothing but a man.
Ooh, spinning kick to the gut. Momentum is really on Punk's side.
Punk finding the will to turn the tide.
Here we go. He got the shoulder up in time.
He may be down, but somehow he's definitely not out at this point. This fight will not go down as a 5-star wrestling classic, that is for sure. These men want to punish and maim one another.
Limited only by the confines of the cell and their own imaginations.
Very few men are ever the same when they walk out of this structure.
We're going to crank on that arm here. And now locked up tight. Couple of shots to the midsection here.
They're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting. Spinning kick.
Oh, man, come on.
Doesn't know where he is.
And the cover. He kicks out somehow.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
And where McIntyre goes.
Haymaker after haymaker.
It's countered by CM Punk.
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into...
He makes the choice to abandon the hold. Uses the edge of the knee.
It's never been a matter of self-preservation with anybody I've seen step in the ring with CM Punk. McIntyre has made it abundantly clear he wants to end Punk's career, ruin Punk's life tonight.
And Punk looks like he wants to do the same to McIntyre. CM Punk hoists his opponent. Go to sleep. Will that sew this up for Punk? That'll suck the wind right out of you. And he finds a claymore. This is enough to overcome Punk.
The cover. And the
display.
McIntyre needs to find a recourse, find another option to take this match. Caught that and reversed it.
Wow, springboard attack. We all knew this wasn't going to be a 5-star wrestling classic.
An incredible match. Conk, what's it going to
Fuck
take to
you.
win it? It might be this.
Boom, GTS.
Is it enough for Punk? Well, with their opponent down now, looking to ensure it stays that way.
Makes it incredibly difficult to walk.
And you notice the black armband on the left bicep of McIntyre. He told us he was wearing that tonight because this was Punk's funeral.
No.
He was wearing black out of, quote, respect for CM Punk.
McIntyre also wanted to offer his apologies in advance for what he does to the straight-edge superstar.
Certainly a master stroke of mind games. We'll find out if Drew McIntyre can do what Punk claimed. Did McIntyre summon the devil himself, or has Drew been successful in clouding Punk's headspace? Is Punk's psyche all over the place because he's clouded by rage?
The WWE Universe is on their feet watching this war unfold.
And much like the two warriors competing here tonight, I can assure you they won't soon forget it. And let's not forget the obsession Drew McIntyre had with Punk and what Punk has cost McIntyre on a number of occasions. That being the World Championship, including at WrestleMania.
An eye for an eye, Punk would say. Just
CM Punk from the top rope. Bullseye with the elbow.
Punk has McIntyre on Dream Street right now.
Trying armbar. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
He connects with a counter.
All eyes focused on this absolute war. In this business, it truly does not get more masterful than this. Hoisted up, powerbomb, desperate situation.
Fighting out, hammering away with punches to the face. Flung over neck breaker.
Picture perfect. About to be locked in. Here we go, guys.
Not sure what he's thinking, letting go here. Running knee. And again, it's the head taking the brunt of the impact.
I really don't think the skull can withstand much more of this. Gets out of dodge. Clothesline.
And Punk gets countered there.
Earth-shaking power slam.
Spin kick to the midsection.
CM Punk out. Connects with a Uranagi. And textbook CM Punk. Anaconda Vice.
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold. And the action is shifting now into that dangerous area between the ring and the walls of the cell.
Looks like the road crew left some tools under the ring, and it's going to get used again.
Punk missed with a wrench and a low blow by McIntyre.
Remember, that is completely legal. It is distasteful, but it's highly effective, and all the wind knocked out of Punk's sails.
Who cares about being tasteful when you're locked inside of Hell in a Cell, Wade? Drew McIntyre came here to destroy Punk once and for all.
And now McIntyre going to introduce the steel steps into this matchup. The Scottish Warrior, this Terminator, just destroying Punk.
Well, you wanted hell, Punk? You're getting hell. You are locked in there, no escape, and your demise may be imminent.
Punk trying to summon the will to continue, and what does McIntyre have inside of that little bag, gentlemen?
I can only imagine what this sicko has in mind.
A Scottish psychopath cooking up something dastardly, no doubt.
Oh, my God, the disrespect.
Adding insult to injury.
Those are the beads of Punk's bracelet.
Were the beads of Punk's bracelet. And McIntyre now looking to just finally put Punk away.
No! McIntyre might have just broken his back.
Oh, God, the sharp edge of that steel digging in to the lower back of McIntyre, who may be crippled. And now with the upper hand is CM Punk.
This is one of the most brutal matches I've ever witnessed inside Hell in a Cell.
Punk trying to shove those beads down McIntyre's throat. Here it comes, the end.
GTS connects. Cover off the go to sleep by Punk. And he got him. What a win, what a match.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
CM Punk earned this victory.
Such a drawn-out, heated rivalry, but finally conquering McIntyre is CM Punk.
For as clear as Drew made it that he was not happy to have me back, it was nothing in comparison to the noise generated about me by the constant thorn in my side, Seth.
Enjoy the show.
Much like Drew, Rollins had a bit of a tantrum when I walked through that curtain at Survivor Series after nearly 10 years away from WWE. I knew we were on a collision course. After Hell in a Cell, I took a little time to heal. Once I felt good, a special request from Paul Heyman led me to joining the OG Bloodline at Survivor Series to help Roman Reigns in his quest to dismantle the new Bloodline. Once that was settled, I focused solely on Seth. We were set to battle at the first Raw of 2025, and after waiting a decade for this opportunity, I certainly wasn't going to let anything go wrong. So let's go back to January 2025, the start of a new era, and beat Seth Rollins in front of the entire world.
Seth freaking Rollins is motivated as we've ever seen him. This is personal.
The people are singing Rollins' song. This is Rollins' battle cry as he heads to war with CM Punk.
Ladies and gentlemen, over 20 years ago, Seth Rollins got in a car and drove from Iowa to the East Coast to try out for CM Punk's training school. He redefined himself in his craft. Rollins and Punk would reunite briefly in NXT, and then the Shield would become mercenaries for Punk. And Punk would leave WWE for personal and professional reasons. Talked negatively about WWE, while Rollins carried WWE on his back for a decade. CM Punk would return to WWE 14 months ago to huge fanfare, the support of the fans and many in the back, and that didn't sit well with Seth Rollins. There was no way that Rollins was going to welcome Punk back, and it's led to this tonight. Seth freaking Rollins versus a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk.
In this capacity, curiosity crowd just exploded. They know exactly what time it is.
And this is CM Punk's first singles match since October, since that brutal Hell in a Cell match against Drew McIntyre. It's Punk's first match on Monday Night Raw, period, since 2014.
Seth Rollins prides himself on being the absolute workhorse of WWE. You have to imagine he sees that as a point in his favor here, a clear advantage he has over Punk.
CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two men who are completely beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent, their work ethic, and their passion and drive.
But as similar as they are in those respects, where they have diverged has become a point of contention between both of them, which has brought us to this point in the main event of a historic Monday Night Raw.
His faces off against a man who has become his arch nemesis, CM Punk. Two men who are beloved by the WWE Universe for their incredible talent and work ethic.
However, there is absolutely no love lost between these two men. Two absolute legends in their own right, but where Rollins carried this company for the past 10 years, Punk went to MMA. He went to other companies and he talked harshly about WWE, all before being welcomed back.
Oh, looking to end this. The schoolboy! A kick out stops the ref at 2.
That count this soon into a match? This could easily all be over sooner rather than later.
Punk famously said the night after he returned to WWE, quote, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." He said he doesn't care what others think of him anymore, and he's proven it true thus far.
That may be true, Corey. A master on the microphone like Punk doesn't often let words of others get to him, but certain actions can still set this man off. Of that, I am sure.
Indeed, we saw Punk lash out at Drew McIntyre recently when the Scottish Warrior stole the bracelet given to Punk by one of his biggest fans that bears the name of Punk's wife and their dog. Rollins can find something similar to set Punk up. It could give him the mental advantage tonight. CM Punk has been very public about the many injuries that Rollins has suffered over the years. He'll no doubt be looking to target those areas tonight.
Rollins' neck, his lower back, that surgically repaired knee. Look, you can even see the brace. There's no doubt that Rollins is something of a moving target tonight, at least in Punk's eyes. But Rollins can target Punk too. Don't forget about that triceps injury from last year, because Rollins definitely has it.
Hey, WWE Universe, be prepared for some guests. He's getting back to the ring, looks like. Bang! Gentlemen, here's an astonishing fact. This is CM Punk's first match on Raw in almost 11 years.
The last time Punk competed on WWE's flagship show, it was a week before the 2014 Royal Rumble. And in a little more than 4 weeks, both men will take part in the 2025 Royal Rumble with the aim to earn a main event spot at WrestleMania 41.
I'd say either of these men has a good chance at claiming a main event spot at WrestleMania if they don't destroy each other first.
Corey, I don't have my notes handy. Who did Punk last face on Raw?
It says here he now works with office supplies.
Spinning kick to the gut. so far in the main event of an historic episode of Monday Night Raw. We've seen so many unforgettable moments tonight as the show makes its debut on the biggest streaming service in the world.
And I can think of no matchup more worthy